are watching Where Are They Now with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
I'm your host, Dianne Hart-Lowman, and tonight I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing a Southern soul artist, a producer, a podcaster, a music marketing guru, Mr. Cadillac Man. How are you this evening?
Lovely. Thanks for asking yourself.
Oh, I'm great. So now let's just jump right in. Where are you from?
Tuskegee, Alabama.
And what schools did you attend?
Tuskegee Institute High, class of 77.
I know that you are a Southern soul artist, a producer, a podcaster, and all those things, but do you write music?
Yes, I write and compose.
Do you just write for yourself or for others?
I write for myself.
Are you considering writing for others?
Yes, I'm managing a young man now. He's just coming into the music business. I might be writing some original songs for my new artist, Trevius Smith.
Oh, okay. Have you been out on the road performing with some other people?
Really, I've been on the road with every major Southern soul artist in Southern soul. I've even graced the stage with legends like Lenny Williams, Lakeside. Big shout out to Lakeside and condolence. They just lost their drummer Fred Alexander. The Whispers before Scotty died, and Millie Jackson, Lattimore, the legendary Bobby Rush.
Oh, I love him.
Yes, and the late great Bishop Bullwinkle.
Yes.
So I've been out there with every major Southern soul artist and some legendary international acts.
How old were you when you got into the industry? Was it music first or was it DJing first? Where'd you start?
Well, I grew up singing in the church as a kid, but I came into Southern soul in the year of 2017.
Oh, okay. So before 2017, you were not singing on a circuit, or was it with the church and maybe choirs or something?
Before then, I was the Cadillac Man, and that's why I always ask this question when I interview artists: how did you come up with the stage name? I was the president and the founder of a Cadillac Club.
Ah, so that's how you got the name Cadillac Man.
My Cadillac Club was a non-profit 501c3 Cadillac Club where we gave back to the community.
Wow, that's great. I run a not-for-profit, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Who influenced you think, the most in getting into the Southern soul market?
Al Green, which is R&B, in the chitlin circuit. Southern soul and R&B, to me, it's the same, but I was always inspired by Al Green. My mother back in the days had the 45s. Al Green had a song, "Let's Get Married Today." I got a whipping by my mother because I stretched her record player.
Oops, you scratched that vinyl. You got in trouble.
And once you scratch that and mess that needle up, you're in trouble.
Yes, indeed, you most certainly are. What performance do you think is your most remembered performance of all your performances?
The one I think the one that sticks in my head the most, when I was in Saluda, South Carolina, and it was about 1,500 to 2,000 women. That's all they had in the audience, about 1,500 females. And I was doing a song called OMG, and I was gyrating my hips on stage, and they were just screaming and hollering, and it was amazing. In 3 days, I had like 83,000 views on that video. And one of the ladies called me the next day and booked me for a birthday bash. So
yeah, I would say you would certainly forever remember that day. So I know that you've traveled around the country. Have you been outside of the United States?
No, not in musically, but I used to actually live in Mexico. I used to live in a place called Hermosillo, Mexico. And that's when I found out it's not called Mexico, it's called Mexico.
So do you ever consider going back to Mexico to perform, to do some performing, No?
I don't want no more parts of Mexico. I got a son. I left a son there. I got a 22-year-old son that's in Mexico. So I left a part of me in Mexico.
You started singing, but when did Cadillac Man go to podcasting?
I started doing podcasting in 2023. I was just doing every Monday, then it got so popular, I got nominated in 2024 as a Podcast of the Year, and then 2026, I got nominated as Podcast of the Year again. And so now I do podcast interviews Monday through Fridays.
Oh, so you podcast every day.
Right. And as we speak right now, I got an interview tomorrow that artist will be my 296 artists I've interviewed. And a few artists on my podcast went on to become headliner artists.
When you're doing your podcast, you're interviewing entertainers, or new people who are already in the business.
Yes, to answer your question, up and coming artists, because the seasonal veterans are already out there. And a lot of up and coming artists, I teach them the music business because they don't even know anything about sound scan. They don't know anything about performing rights organizations. So I entertain them, educate them, and inform them about the music business, because the music business is 90% business and 10% show.
Right. That is so true. So true. So true. We're going to be taking a break, and we're going to listen to a song that you wrote. And then when we come back, we're going to have you tell us a little bit about what inspired that song. So this is a song that the Cadillac Man wrote, and it's called Good Love. And we'll be right back.
Television on the cutting edge of urban internet TV. You are watching Where Are They Now with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
Welcome back to Where Are They Now. I'm your host, Dianne Hart-Lowman, and this evening I have the pleasure of interviewing the Cadillac Man. What a bad jam. So let's talk a little bit about what inspired Good Love.
Well, I was lying in bed one morning, and my wife was in the kitchen, and I was like, could you please bring me some breakfast to the bed? She said, get up and get your own breakfast. Then that's when it dawned on me. So that's what inspired me about having a good woman. Then I thought about the opposite of good love is bad love. And who wants bad love? Nobody. In their right mind.
Right.
If it ain't good love, I don't want it.
I guess not. Not any of us would want it.
There's some out there like toxic love. They can keep it.
That's true. That's probably true. When are you most inspired to write? Is there any particular time?
Well, can I share something with the viewers? I'm actually not a songwriter. So what I mean by that, I get an idea in my head and I walk up and down the hallway and I come up with the melody and the words just come to me and I commit it to the memory of my heart. I go to the studio and I just record it. And I got 3 albums out and none of my songs are written on paper.
So you don't write them down. No. You just go directly to the studio and put them down like that.
As a young I just spit them. Tupac had that ability. Tupac could go to a studio, no pen, no paper, and just hear a beat. And just at the end of the day, he can do a whole album. And then 10 years later, I can still remember every verse and every chorus.
So then if you're not writing them down, what does that look like when we talk about having a catalog of music? You do all of your songs that way?
Right. And see, but since we live in a digital age now, you can go to YouTube and you can still hear. And most fans, when they rock with you, they learn your song. They learn the words. So if you can hear my music on live concerts or on YouTube and other platforms. So and they all registered with a professional performing rights organization like ASCAP or BMI CSAC. So that's how I generate my royalties. So everybody don't have to actually write their songs as long as you got them registered properly.
And I do understand that part. I'm just amazed because I have probably done 100 and some interviews and I've not met anybody yet other than yourself that did not have them all on paper, stacked this high, hundreds and hundreds of songs that they've written down and some they've never gone back to touch.
A rap talent that I have, and I know Jay-Z do that, I know Tupac do that, and there's a lot of rappers do that. And because see, when I used to write, I got writer's block, and so then I get complacent. I put the pen out, I come back a week later, and then a week later I said, oh, I can write something better than this, I'm balling the paper. So I just came up with this thing, so I walk up to someone, I get an idea, I walk up and down the hall, while I'm driving to the store, I'm singing it in my head. About a day later, I got my chords, my verse together, and I just go to the studio and record it. Just being able to commit that to the memory of your heart to where years later you can still remember. Over 40 songs I got out, I can still remember every verse and every chorus 5 and 6 and 10 years later. That's a task right there itself.
Absolutely, it is. I can't remember till yesterday, so it wouldn't work for me, right? That's amazing.
You have to write it on the tablet of your heart.
That's an absolutely awesome ability to be able to do that. Let's talk a little bit about shows. Do you have some up-and-coming shows that you're going to be performing in?
I got a show that's coming on the 4th of July in a place called Lafayette, Alabama. Mm-hmm. And then I got one the following Saturday on the 11th down in a place in Huntsville, Alabama. Okay. And I just got through doing a show today at my local senior citizen event. I go out in the community and I give back to the seniors and the sick and the shut-in in my communities as well during the holidays.
And I'm sure the seniors thoroughly enjoyed the show today.
They're home rubbing down with being gay right now.
So you had them jumping around, dancing, and having a ball.
I mean, they love it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I sing gospel too. So sometimes I give them gospel concert.
You didn't tell us where this show is on the 4th of July.
I'm sorry. It's in a place called Lafayette, Alabama. It's Dianne Castle. I don't know the address, but it's Dianne Castle in Lafayette, Alabama.
You have some other shows you're also promoting?
Like I said, I got one in Huntsville, Alabama. The promoter hasn't sent me the venue yet. He just sent me my deposit. That's the best part about being sure if I got his money, he's going to get me a flyer soon. Back on the road this past weekend doing a show down in Icewater, Mississippi. What
platforms can your fans find you on?
Primarily YouTube and Facebook and a little bit on TikTok. I'm not too much of a TikTok person. As you can see, I'm 68 years old. I'm an old seasonal veteran. So a lot of these younger artists, they're real popular with TikTok.
Yeah, they do a lot of TikToking every day. Can't even imagine TikToking all the time.
It's an addiction.
Yeah. I'd like you to tell our fans a little bit about yourself. Something that I have not asked you. I do have some other questions, but I'd like you to just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born March 20, 1958 in a little town, a very historical town called Tuskegee, Alabama. Mm-hmm. Rosa Parks is from Tuskegee. As a matter of fact, it's the most black in terms of black history. It's the most historical city in the whole United States with black history. We got Rosa Parks from Tuskegee. We got Booker T. Washington from Tuskegee. George Washington Carver from Tuskegee. We got the legendary Tuskegee Airmen from Tuskegee. We got the Commodores. We just lost my mentor, who was Ronald LaPrade, who was the bass guitar player from Tuskegee. And so that's where I'm from. The most black historical city in America.
And I didn't even know that all of them were from Tuskegee. I have some friends who went to Tuskegee University, and we just passed a bill here in Florida naming a stretch of I-10 after the Tuskegee.
Tom's Joner.
I didn't know that either.
Him and Lionel Richard went to high school together.
Wow.
Yeah, Lionel Richard is from Tuskegee, and he's a Motown legend, right from the one-horse town called Tuskegee, Alabama, with 2 red lights, and you went through the whole city.
So you all are birthing some stars right out of Tennessee.
I mean, they don't get no bigger than Lionel Richard. They don't get no bigger than the Tuskegee Airmen, who made history during World War II. And Rosa Parks, who said, "I'm not going to sit at the back of the bus." And people know about her all over the United States when it comes to Black History Month. Rosa Parks. Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, the guy who did a million things with the Peanuts, right from Tuskegee, Alabama.
Wow.
Cadillac Man, is y'all see meet the Cadillac.
Right now, hey, they know now that the Cadillac Man is from Tuskegee, Alabama.
And I'm a Navy veteran. I spent 2 years in the Navy, 2 years in the Army. And I'm the father of 5 kids, 4 sons and 1 daughter.
Do any of your children sing?
Two of my sons sing. My son, the one that lives in Mexico, he's an artist. He sings fluently in Spanish and English. He do rap. And my son in Massachusetts, I used to live in Boston, Massachusetts for 20 years, so I got a son up there. He's 38. He's a rap artist as well.
Have you had the pleasure of performing with any of your kids?
No, I had a big falling out with one son. I told him he needed to work on that song a little better. That boy looked me in the face and said, "Dad, I kill you, man." And I said, "Kill me." He took it personal. He was so delusional about music. I hope he grow up, but he didn't like the fact that I told him he needed to. So I knew that he was in trouble as an artist, so I just left it alone, because any artist who can't take constructive criticism, you're in the wrong business.
Absolutely, you are.
I had more experience under my belt. I was just telling you, a lot of times when you release music, it has to be properly mixed and mastered properly before you can put it on the radio station. He got bent out of shape, man.
Wow.
We had to part ways.
I'm sure you all will find your way back together at some point. He'll come back.
God,
for sure.
God, it'll be through God's grace and mercy. God still works miracles.
Every day. We're going to take a second break, and we're going to play another song that you wrote or that you produced, that you laid down the tracks to, and it's called Southern Soul Rock. We will be right back.
Where my line dancers at? Where my steppers at? Where my trail riders at? Down at the trail ride. Let's rock. Southern Soul Rock. Come on. Let's rock. Southern Soul Rock. Come on. Let's rock. Southern Soul Rock. Come on. Let's rock. Southern Soul Rock. Steppers. Let's rock. Southern Soul Rock. Come on. Let's rock. Southern Soul Rock. soul rock. Come on, let it rock. Southern soul rock. Come on, let it rock. Southern soul rock. Come on, let it rock. Southern soul rock. Down at the tail ride, and it's sunny outside. Say I see your black horse, y'all, that'll wanna ride. Say it again. Down at the trail ride, and it's sunny outside. Say I see your black horse, y'all, that'll wanna ride. Say it again. Daisy Duke and cowboy boots. Says you got a black hat, y'all, and a belt to match. Say it again. Daisy Duke and cowboy boots. Says you got a black hat, y'all, and a belt to match. Say it again. If you got good knees, like Tay cheese, let me see you go down, 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 real easy. Say it again. If you got good knees, like Tay cheese, let me see you go down, 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 real easy. Say it again. Cowgirl, do you hear what I say? Southern soul rock now, with my boy G-Way. Say it again. Cowgirls, do you hear what I say? Southern soul rock now, with my boy G-Way. Say it again. Big shout out to 803 Fresh. Big shout out to Nephew Jones. Big shout out to my boy Tony Amano. I see you fellas. I'm coming.
This is Dianne Hart. Be sure to catch my shows as we interview politicians and special guests on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on The Opening Statement, the Lit TV network on Roku. Also, watch Where Are They Now as I interview entertainers of yesterday and today at 7:30 p.m. Detroit Hot TV on Facebook. Thank you.
It's a new day for Detroit radio. It's internet radio. Make sure you're streaming in your car. Detroit's digital radio station for a new generation. DetroitHotRadio.com. Terrestrial radio can't do what we do because we are setting a new standard in Detroit. The best Detroit artists are here, along with all your national favorites. The most music 24/7 by all your local favorites, like Anita Baker, Michael Henderson, Kim,
so how did you find your way back in
and the Dramatics. If they're from Detroit, they're heard here. This is where Detroit turns for R&B from yesterday and today.
24-karat magic in the air.
Detroit Hot Radio.
You are watching Where Are They Now with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
Welcome back to Where Are They Now? I'm your host, Dianne Hart-Lowman. I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing Mr. Cadillac Man. What a bad jam. Let's talk a little bit about what inspired that song.
In the Deep South, by me living in Alabama, Southern Soul is prevalent throughout the chitlin circuit. Those are the same little cities and states that Sam Cooke, Bobby Womack, Al Green, and all those guys in the 60s and 70s. Like when you say your North Carolina, your South Carolina, your backwoods of Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. So right now in the South, trail riding has become so prevalent. It's a movement, it's a culture, and line dancing. So everybody wanted to, so all the Southern Soul artists now are trying to make a trail riding song because that's the only thing that the DJs are playing, and that's the only thing that bringing the people out to the show. So if I had the attitude, if I can't beat them, I might as well join them. So I've tried my hand on my first trail riding song.
That is a trail riding song?
Right, Southern Soul Rock is a trail riding song.
Okay.
Talking about Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots, black hats and belts to match.
Wait a minute. That not only does that song resonate with trail riders, I believe there's a dance that everybody is doing to that song.
I'm glad I almost got it. I hope I'm glad they didn't say this, but I'm remiss. I'm the manager of a line dancing group out of Fayetteville, North Carolina called the GWV Steppers, who actually created that dance without my permission. Yeah, they didn't know. I didn't know them. They went in my inbox and said, "Call me." And I called this young lady, say, "Hi, I love your song. I would listen to it on YouTube. I took it upon myself to create an original dance to Southern Soul Rock. I hope you're not mad. And when can you come to this city and perform it live?" I said, "When you can get a promoter." A week later, they spoke to a promoter in their community, and they booked me, and I came up, and they got behind the stage and did that song behind me live. And then after that, we developed a rapport to now they want me to manage them. So each interview I do with different artists, I say, if you need a line dance to that song, let me know, and I can get with my line dancing team, and they'll make an original dance for you.
Well, you never know what's going to happen, right, when you put out some music. But yes.
Right. It's a journey, and I tell a lot of people, on this journey, there's a lot of lessons and a lot of blessings.
Odd that you say that, because I was going to ask you, what advice would you give to an up-and-coming entertainer?
Do not come into this business chasing money. I'm going to say that again. Don't chase money. Chase your dream, and the money will catch up with you one day. You got to also know whether you need to, what's going to sustain you on this journey. You got to come to the conclusion that if it's not a calling on your life, you're just doing it just to be doing it for a hobby, you're going to fall by the wayside, because there's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of rejection, it could be tedious. But if it's your calling on your life, no matter what, you're going to ride this thing out for the duration of your life. If you notice, the music industry is the only industry where they don't have no set age for retirement. You know, like in the secular world where they say, well, at 67 you retire. In music, you still got artists like they're 90 years old still touring. B.B. King died in his late 80s, so that's because the music, if you're a true artist to this thing, you're going to wake up one day and say, this is a calling on my life. And if it's a God-given calling, you would do this for the duration of your life.
And when we think of legality, what it is that they need to understand about how to approach this from a legal standpoint.
I'm glad you asked. Great question. When you come into this, if you look at the word show business, those two words are in place for a reason. It's a compound word. It's 10% show, 90% business. So watch how I say this, new artist. Make it your business to learn the music business. Because if you don't, you're going to get a lot of bad contracts. You're going to get a lot of bad deals with songwriters. So there are songwriters out there who are writing songs for artists, charging artists an arm and a leg. And at the end of the day, the artists do not own the song, because the publishing still belongs to the songwriter, because they didn't sign a songwriting contract. And if they don't know these things, some songwriters will take advantage of you. You need to also know that when you sign a contract with an artist with a promoter to do a show, if he cancels that show the day before that show, you're still entitled to the full amount of your money, because he didn't leave you no wiggle room. So you need to learn about contracts. Learn the business. Because if you don't, you're gonna lose out on a lot of money. And more important, learn how to register your song with Luminous SoundScan, a Sound Trust, all those different MLC, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table. It's 6 ways you need to register your song before you release it to the public to get all your royalties. Some artists are making a living strictly off their royalties because their paperwork is in place.
Right.
And a lot of people are not going to tell you that you can create generational wealth, so that when you die one day, it's paperwork you can fill out so that your great-grandkids can get your royalties, because the artist would die, but your music would never, ever, ever die. As long as we're living in a digital age that we're in now, you can still hear Sam Cooke music to this day on the radio. But somebody's getting the royalties. So artists need to, so they just jumping off the porch. You got to look at the long run. One day you're going to die. So do your paperwork while you're alive, and so that your grandkids and great-grandkids can get your royalty checks 20 and 30 and 40 years from now.
And that's important. Let's talk a little bit about this new digital age where we have so much streaming going on and folks' inability to be able to sell their music. I understand, though, that vinyl may be returning to the scene, which I would love to have because some people do still own record players.
Streaming is no good. It's a ripoff because I'm from the old school. We sold music out of our trunks. I used to do shows and get off stage and sell $200 and $300 worth of CDs at $10 a pop. It sounds good. Millions of streams don't equal to nothing. Sometimes $2 or $3 for millions of streams. So you're really not making any money with streaming, you know. So that's why I suggest you come out better just having your paperwork set up, getting your royalties when people are downloading your music, uploading your music, and live performances. But if you ain't getting just millions and millions of streams, it don't really amount to nothing. It just sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only people who are making money are these particular platforms who have these sites out. And record labels. I know a lot of artists might get mad when I say this. Joining a label today, being on a record label today is not the way to go. Stay independent. Stay independent as you can, because labels are using artists, giving them bad contracts, giving them bad deals. Most of these artists are dying broke, and the label, if they're not sharp enough, the label will have it set up to where when they drop you from their label, all your royalties are coming back to the label because of the business side of it. And that's how our predecessors died broke. That's how people like Jackie Wilson and Howlin' Wolf and all them guys who had 6 hit songs in the 40s and 50s. When they got too old to tour, they was broke because they had no royalty checks coming in, because Chess Record and all those labels back in them days had the paperwork set up to where all the royalties come right back to the label.
Well, Cadillac Man, I'm going to push back slightly because I own a record label. And we will never, ever take advantage of the artist.
It's a different era and a different time. And just to be, I'm going to straight you, but see, we got to look at that time back in them days. Our counterparts owned those labels, and they knew that our artists wasn't educated. They had no rhythm. Most of them couldn't dance at all, but they knew that we had the ability to sing and perform, and so they saw a gold mine and they took advantage of it. And the lesson in that, and the blessing in that, artists today learn from that. So you don't have to take the route that they take now, because we're more educated and we got these things called telephones. You can take your phone and go to college. You can do this thing right here today. Make it your business to learn the business, because I promise you, if you don't learn the business, you're going to get some raw deals on this journey.
That's absolutely the truth. And even today, I've been watching what's happening with a lot of the rappers and how they have taken advantage of so many of these young folk that are still broke. They get a car, they get clothes, they get a trip. They're not getting any money.
A lot of them rap labels, as soon as your song get cold and you can't put out enough song and you ain't getting enough traction on this song, you come in one day and you're fired. Like, what? You're fired.
What do you mean I'm fired?
You know, it's almost like, you know, well, I guess I can say this. It's similar to the Pimp and the Hoe game. You know, when she wasn't making no money, she wasn't no good to him. You know, it's the same with the music business. I mean, they're gonna pimp you.
Wow.
That's the plainest I can put it to. The label, I'm not saying your label, so let me rephrase it. Some labels.
That's right. There we go. Darion Music, we're not doing that.
Say some labels. Not just in the rap, but in the blues industry.
Oh, yeah.
In every genre of music.
That's right.
Some label will take advantage of the artist if the artist don't know no better.
That's so true, so true, so true. That's why I wanted you to talk a little bit about it. When I watched your show, I listened to you talk to the artists and tell them a lot about what's really happening. You're teaching them, giving them an opportunity that most folk are not going to give them for free.
You got music consultants out here who would charge you thousands of dollars for the knowledge that I'm giving. And all the knowledge I'm giving is knowledge that I had to learn the hard way. I don't have bad writing contracts, songwriting contracts. I don't have promoters that have me to do an hour on stage and get off stage and tell me, Cadillac, I don't have your money. Could you come back tomorrow to get it? I said, no, I did the show today. Why I don't get my money today? I don't have any bad thing that can happen on this journey that happened to me.
Right. Let me ask you this. So when you go in to do a concert, you get half of your money they send you your deposit. Before you step on that stage now, do you get the other half as you go to the stage?
I'm glad you said that. I do now. I used to just get a deposit and go there and go to my hotel and then come from the hotel when they call me on stage, sing. But now when I do a show now, when I get to the venue, I do a sound. I got it in my contract. As soon as I finish the sound check, mic check 1 2 1 2, the promoter need to give me my money. And I don't want to. Well, Cadillac, you in a hurry? You finna go? No. It's in my contract, and if you say, well, I give it to you, you're breaching my contract. And technically, if that promoter don't give me my money after sound check, he or she just breached my contract.
And that means you don't have to step on that stage.
Now, one song, you still owe me all my money because it's in writing. If you sign your signature in agreement to my terms and condition on all my contract, it said immediately, not later, immediately after sound check, I have to receive the balance of my money. And if you read that contract and you put your signature on it, then that means you got proof and it's legally binding in the court of law. So, well, Cadillac Man, I ain't got it written up, man. Just go ahead and do my song. I gotta go to the bank. No, we ain't playing them games. I got to have mine. But what I will do, I will go out there and apologize to my fans, and I'll put the promoter on. I throw him under the bus. I said, ladies and gentlemen, I got this brother don't have my money, so I'm gonna do y'all one song because of the love I got for y'all for coming out. But I hope y'all can understand I don't have my money, so therefore I will not be performing tonight.
Wow. He should come up with the money right then when you finish that first song and have your money ready for you.
One time I had to tell the promoter, I said, look, I tell you what I'm gonna do. They said, well, Cadillac, could you come back tomorrow to get your money? I said, I did the show tonight. I want my money tonight. Well, we don't have it. I said, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do I'm gonna draw a real ugly picture for you. I'm gonna call the police. They're gonna have a whole lot of lights in your parking lot. Everybody's on their phone. Somebody's gonna be filming it. They're gonna say there's some shooting going on. They're gonna make your venue look bad. And I don't think you want that. I don't know how they did it, but they became a magician real quick, but the money came up. I don't know what.
The money showed up immediately.
Money appeared.
They were playing games.
It was my fault because the mistake I made was going on stage without getting my money first. Right. So like I said, it's lessons and blessings. So today I don't play them games.
So let me ask you something else. What do you think has kept you in this space as you continue to move forward? What's the real anchor?
It's a calling on my life. It's a God-given talent. It's a God-given calling. Right now, at the age of 68, I tell all my artists that I interview, it ain't about the money for me or the fame. Right now, I'm working on my legacy because I'm mature enough and I'm to face my mortality. I'm not here for a long time, for a good time. I know that this journey is going to come to an end one day. So the question I ask myself, how do I want to be remembered as an artist? A person that did whatever I could to help another artist along the way. By interviews or giving them knowledge about the music business. And that's part of my legacy.
Right. Well, hey, you certainly have one. And everybody who has been able to sit in front of you, they definitely have learned something. There's no question about it. And that's great. That's great. So, I'd like you to tell me something else that we may not know that you'd like us to know about you.
Okay, well, I also spearheaded the first, there are 10 other podcasters that interview podcast artists. So I got this vision one day and I was the first artist podcaster to spearhead a podcast festival. Oh. I did my first annual podcast festival in March of 26. I'm gonna do another one in March of 2027. And at that time I had interviewed over 250 artists. 25 of those artists showed up they came from as far as Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Jacksonville, Florida. So every year I do an annual podcast festival and each artist receives a typical appreciation for coming on my nominated podcast.
Wow. And I'm sure they're excited because that gives them an opportunity to be seen and heard. So, hey, that's marketing.
Well, what happens, I sat back in the shadow and I watched, and what I saw was a family reunion. These artists got a chance to meet and greet for the first. They knew of each other through social media, but now they was able to take pictures together. They was networking together. Some of them invited them to come and do shows with them. Some of them want to collaborate together. So it was a big, like a family reunion.
That had to be absolutely amazing.
It was
absolutely amazing. So when are you going to go to Detroit?
When am I going to Detroit?
Yeah, we got to schedule something over in Detroit.
Whenever somebody... Like I told my man, whenever somebody booked me, the far as I've been out of Alabama, a guy was watching me on my podcast in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He was impressed with my podcast, and he found out somehow that I was an artist. He booked me to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So if anybody booked me, I'd go anywhere.
He said, anywhere in the world, just let me know, book me, and I'll be on my way.
Just we'll talk money, we'll talk dollars and cents, make sure I got a hotel, and I promise you, I'll bring you a great show. I do everything but a monkey flip.
Wow, how time flies. I hear that music playing in my ear, but I want to thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to interview you. I look forward to someday being on your podcast, but I want to talk politics.
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, because I still got a lot of July dates. I'm in my office right now, and we'll schedule you a date to come.
Okay. Yep. I'm a politician, so of course I want to talk politics when I come on. Because it's important that they understand how politics impacts their lives, and a lot of people don't. I
had a rhyme. Politicians are like magicians. How so? They can make things appear or disappear.
You see what your boy doing in D.C., so there is some truth to that. But again, I want to thank you for this opportunity to interview you. You can catch me every Wednesday night on The Opening Statement right here out of the Tampa Bay area. I am on The Opening Statement. It's on Roku, on the Lit TV network at 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights. And on Thursday nights, I am on Detroit Hot Television Facebook page at 7:30. Also, please be sure to go out, take a look at my YouTube channel. It's just at Dianne Hart 2021. Like and subscribe, hit the bell, and every time I put up a new video, you'll be certain to get it. Also, listen to Detroit Hot Radio, Cadillac Man. It has been my pure pleasure.
To go back to your crib, babe. Hurry up and slam that door. The clock is ticking like 1, 2, and 3. Can't you feel this heat, babe? Jumping right off of me. You said you ain't never felt no one like this. As you grab my head, we hug and kiss. I said I'm yours today, and I'm sexy brown. Tripping, I can see you tripping, baby. You You can hug me from the front, you can hug me from the back. Make me grab my head, babe, I'm gonna have a heart attack. You can squeeze me from the right, you can squeeze me from the left. Make me grab my legs, babe, I'm running out of breath. You can hold me from the front, you can hold me from the back. Make me grab my legs, babe, I want it just like that. You can kiss me on the right, you can kiss me on the left. Make me grab my legs, baby, I'm running out of breath. You can do what you gotta do, so why you tripping? I can see you tripping, baby. You can do what you need to do, so why you illin'? I can see you illin', baby. You can do what you gotta do, baby. You can do what you need to do. But I knew something wasn't right. But since he paying my bills, I guess I'ma be alright. I know he's cheating, I know he cheat, but I don't really give a damn. No, I don't. I know he's cheating, I know he cheat, but I don't really give a damn. No, I don't. He came home late one night, ooh, smelling really sweet. He jumped in the shower, y'all, and jumped into the sheets. I rolled my back and turned, y'all, and went right off to sleep. Yeah, I really ain't got time for your lie. Well, I'm finna catch a sheep. Well, but I knew something wasn't right. But since he paying my bills, I guess I'ma be alright. I know he's cheating, I know he cheat, but I don't really give a damn. No, I don't. I know he's cheating, I know he cheat, but I don't really give a damn. No, I don't. I'm not gonna let him, I'm not gonna let him go, no. That's my man, and I love him for sure.
It's a new day for Detroit radio. It's internet radio. Make sure you're streaming in your car. Detroit's digital radio station for a new generation. DetroitHotRadio.com. Terrestrial radio can't do what we do because we are setting a new standard in Detroit. The best Detroit artists are here, along with all your national favorites. The most music 24/7 by all your local favorites, like Anita Baker, Michael Henderson, Kim,
So how did you find your way back in
and the Dramatics. If they're from Detroit, they're heard here. This is where Detroit turns for R&B from yesterday and today.
24 karat magic in the air.
Detroit Hot Radio.